And it's like that. What's the deal, y'all? You already know who it is. Young Socratic Scorpion, Izzy O, Pop 2 in the motherfucking building. Yes, yes. And I am here today with another video. So thank you for tuning in to know you is to love you. It's a beautiful day out here today. So I'm here to enlighten y'all. This is like kind of like a continuation from the last time I made a video, which was the final chapter. That's what it was called, the final chapter, right? And in the final chapter was called the law of Dharma, the law of life's purpose. So, of course, like energy attracts like energy. So after I finished doing that, after I finished that video, that day, that night, I've discovered more about my birth chart, right? And those who are hip to it, I found out what my North Nome was and where it is and what it means. And this is the way to find your life's destiny, which you were literally born and here to do. Like, what's your life destiny? Which, if you find this on your birth chart, when you find this on your birth chart, you will understand exactly what your life purpose is, what you're here for, and what you're meant to do. And you'll realize that you've done it in some way or form in your life. And when you've done it, you felt the best. Nothing else can top that feeling. It really can't. And if it can, it's unhealthy for you, almost, more than likely. But so my North Nome is in the Aquarius. The Aquarius, it's in the sign of Aquarius, meaning my South Nome is in the sign of Leo. So this means that either in the past life, in my past life, or even my life of growing up, my childhood, either or, whichever one resonates. But this one, I'm talking about when you figure yours out. But what resonates with me is that it's a past life. I came from my past life. I was royalty, completely royalty. I was a king of kings, and I was waited on hand and foot, and I was admired, and I was all of that, right? And since that is my past life, since that's something I've conquered, since that's something that I've experienced in this life, that means that's where my South Nome is, the Leo. I had that Leo energy in my past life. I might have been a Leo in my past life, meaning I was the center of attention. I was a warrior. I was driven by my heart, because the Leo rules the heart. Leo sign is ruled by the heart and by the sun and center of attention, all that good stuff. So like, and I was in this royalty, you know what I mean, the king of the jungle, the lion thing. So now that I come into this life and that's my South Nome, that means that my North Nome is in the Aquarius, which is amazing because we're in the Aquarius age. We are literally in the Aquarius age. I mean, I was born to be a gatekeeper or a teacher, the master teacher of this realm, or to get people into this realm, because we are already here into this age. So with that being said, I'm a gatekeeper of, like a teacher, a master teacher, because my life path number is 33, which, that shit is deep. And the way you find your life path number, there's two ways to find it. And then when you find them two different ways, it's going to be two different numbers. So you got to see what resonates with when you listen to both of those numbers. The first way is to take your birth date. And my birth date is 11/13/1989. So I can take them all individually, and +1 +1 +1 +3 +1 +9 +9. You can do it like that and find out what your birth path number is, and that's how I found out mine. And then there's another way to do it. So you know how you had the splits, month, day, and year. So you can take, say my birthday is 11, so they take 1 and 1, add that, that's 2. What's the name is 13. Add that is 1 and 3. That's 4. Then you add 19 plus 1 plus 9 plus 8. And then you add all those up and you see which number it is. Now, once I say either way you do it, find out what both of those numbers is, and then look it up on YouTube and see what that means. So it's 33. I almost don't want to get into it because it's going to make me sound like I'm like bragging and almost like boasting, and the energy of it is going to make it. And once I get hype about it, I'm going to seem pretty arrogant. But at the end of the day, I'm just happy that I found my life's purpose. You know what I mean? My life's true purpose, and what I'm here for. And that I'm not. And Scorpio, I'm glad that I'm a Scorpio because that means I don't fear death. I understand death in everything, and that really, I literally mean that. Death in everything. Every relationship you have, everything you come in contact with, there's a beginning and end to it, with it, from it. It just is. So it was amazing how I named myself Socratic Scorpio Pak 2. I'm almost betting that Socrates had a lot of Gemini in this chart. It's the questionnaire, it's the person that questions everything, you know what I mean? So my name's Socratic Scorpio Pak 2. I literally almost was so in touch, not almost, I pretty much was so much in touch with myself and knew who I was at a young age, to pretty much was naming my birth chart. Socratic Scorpio Pak 2, that's Gemini rising, Scorpio sun, Gemini moon. Before I even known of a birth chart, ever heard of it, you know what I mean? So like, that just tells you how intellectually, emotionally intelligent I am. And even though I'm emotionally intelligent, that doesn't mean that I'm always dealing with my feelings, which is so crazy, which is such a paradox. But the Scorpio side of me likes to deal with my feelings because I like to dig deep and find out what's all going on. But the Gemini side of me, and I got two parts of that within, like the front of me, really doesn't like to dive in. Like, I can articulate my feelings better than anybody known to man, and I'm not even playing. But when it comes to actually dealing with the feelings and actually feeling the feelings, I'm not the best at that. So the fact that I know that means I'm going to work on that and make me one of the best at that, and that's going to be that. You feel me? Pause one time for the cause one time. If y'all don't know how important it is to learn yourself and know yourself through astrology and numerology, continue to watch my page, right? And then I'm also recommend you to somebody named what's his name? I forget his name. I'm gonna put it in the description. The Jiggy Hippie. He goes by the Jiggy Hippie. He always has a number 7 in his title. It's real important to him. He taught me a lot. He's teaching me a lot. And I'm just, shout out to him, man. Shout out to you, bro. The Jiggy Hippie. Respect from your boy singing Socratic Scorpio Pak 2. I see you always got the little Tupac joint in the background, the picture, the painting. And listen, man, just respect. I'm so glad that you're doing what you need to be doing because you're inspiring me to do what I need to do, which is very important. And sometimes I do have that God complex that you was talking about. But I'm dealing with it though. I'm humbling myself, knowing that my life purpose, knowing what I'm here to do, knowing my destiny is, really like empowers me to do the right thing. So thank you a lot, man. I've been looking at your videos for literally days. All I've been doing is sleeping, waking up, and watching your videos, bro. Including some other videos too, other people that I follow. But that's just shout out to you, bro, right then and there. So y'all, if y'all want to know who I'm talking about, I'll say. All right, so like I said, I want to show y'all who it is. Listen, check him out. This is him. Astro Finesse. That's who it is. Astro Finesse. Get him on there. I mean, obviously you seen that I looked up my birth number 33. You know what I mean? And check him out. Yeah. So yeah, definitely check him out, man. I definitely highly recommend him. He's a cool dude. He just like that. Besides all that, yo, so my North Nome, right? I explain how my South Nome is, and like when I'm stagnant is when I'm kind of stuck in that mind state of like, I mean, don't you realize who I am? You know what I mean? Like, I'm royalty for like, why y'all think y'all like me so much? Why you think I'm so appealing? Why you think, you know what I mean? Because I mean, and you know me, I'm like, y'all are gods and goddesses. And training and everything. So like, I can really kind of get that identity thing, like that God complex sometimes, and sometimes it's healthy, sometimes it's not. I mean, it's just life. Gotta balance. So but when it's unbalanced and when it's not healthy, that's when I'm in my South Node. That's when I'm living in my South Node, and I'm living in the stagnant type of energy. And my growth energy is me living in my North Node, which is an Aquarius, which is being that team. Like, if I'm gonna be a leader, because I'm a leader by heart anyways, but I'm gonna be a team leader instead of just being such of a God per se, you know, alone and just lonely, observing everything and making, you know, doing what I can do. My life ain't supposed to be like that, because that's one of my depressing states of mind when I feel like lonely. It's a real demonic thing where, you know, you just feel like you're just above it. You feel like a bird that just can't land nowhere. You feel like a bird with no feet. Like you can't land, not even on a tree, to sit and take the time to look at everything. While you're flying, you can see everything, you know what I mean? Like an eagle with no feet, you know what I mean? It's like you never had time to really, but you can see everything. And while you flying past it, you can think about all this stuff that you can do to help it. But you know what I mean? If you ever try to swoop in, you're moving too fast. Since you can't land, you're moving so fast that nobody can really catch on to what you're trying to put down. You know what I mean? And sometimes I could feel like that, and that's only when things are in balance as far as some chakras and that, you know what I mean, and shit like that. So that can be that happens when I'm in my South Node. I'm kind of stuck there. But once again, when I'm in my North Node, I keep saying Nome. It's node. Every time I say it, Nome, I mean node, y'all. Forgive me, I'm new to this, and it just feels comfortable for some reason saying node, Nome. Whatever. This feels comfortable saying node. Then, all right. So, North Node, Aquarius, air sign, and that means that. Give me a second. All right, there we go. Little commercial jump. But listen, check me out. And once again, you know what I mean? Of course, the motherfucking music ain't mine. All the videos, I heard some music in the background. Let me say that. It isn't my music. It's not. All right? I'm not the publisher. I'm not the creator of it. You know what I mean? One time in the start with it. But, yeah. But you get the gist, though, right? Now, give me my money in your stacks. Say no, all right. But no, so what I'm saying is, headed towards my motherfucking North Node, which is the Aquarius, which we are in the Aquarian age, meaning I have to become, since I'm already the master communicator, and the sign Aquarius is ruled by technology, or it rules technology, or one or the other, or one and the same. I am pretty much, like I said, like my last video, I'm really here to kind of usher in this new age of communication and how we live. I know to some people that may seem a little scary, especially those who still stuck in this fear-ass based of the, you know, Illuminati and all that good shit. If, you know what I mean? When I say the word usher in, you got so much to learn. And I was there. I was definitely there. in that fairish state of mind, like, I mean, like, you know, it really came from believing, like, you know, people like the Illuminati, which may truly do exist, but think about it, like, as humans, what can you come, I mean, who's really going to sit down, even if people did sit down and thought of some real deep, dark shit that's not going to be good for humanity, how long would you think that shit would last? You know what I mean? Everybody, as soon as anybody finds out about it, they're going to want to destroy it, and it's going to, I mean, it's going to very much cease to exist, because the world is about expansion and good and doing good for the better of the world. So, like, if there is any other secret societies or any little groups, it's just the same as when you was with your group, and you probably with you was females, when you was with your homegirls and homies, when you was with the best of groups of crew of people that you understood, y'all was like, yo, let's come up with something, let's be like our own. I mean, that's all that is. I mean, they just actually accomplished it on a bigger scale, and it's all, anything that's created is for the greater good. It's usually created for the greater good. You usually can't just create something demonically bad, and for whatever that means. And you can, but like, it's like I said, if it's not for the greater good of humanity, it's not going to last. It won't. Not enough for people to recognize it as to be something that exists. No. You know what I mean? So my whole point of saying that is, get out of that fear-based mindset of they, cause, I mean, even though maybe if they are controlling things, that don't mean you can't control yourself. They only in control of things because you're not in control of yourself. You know what I mean? If you understand, if you believe that it's people out there controlling things and shit, and that may be true, but it's even truer for you because you believe it and you see how it's controlling your life. With that, and all that under all that uncomfortable energy of, and that fear of that being true to you, you need to eradicate that. You need to eliminate that and delete it through all time, space, realities, and dimension by meditating and reaching where that feels, and then saying that, and then intending that, and then watching it happen within inside, watching that shit explode and dissipate and turn into ashes and dust and sprinkle into the fucking atmosphere. That's how you clear, transmute, and delete shit. Meditate, think about it, feel it, find where you feel it at, send some light there, and then let that light work. And then imagine the light doing whatever you want that light to do. Imagine the light found this little dark spot in your heart where you feeling, whenever you think about something that hurts you, right? And you feel it. You might feel it in your lung. You might feel it somewhere in your body. You might feel it in your neck, real tense. You might feel it in your head. You might get a headache a little bit. You might feel it in the front of your head. Right now, if I'm asking you, like, think about a past memory where the first time you felt fear. When was the most scariest moment you felt in your life? Or what's something that's scaring you right now? And you mean it's going to come to your head, right? It's going to come to your mind, and then it's going to go to where it is held at. You always hide, you hold shit in your temple, in your body. You know what I mean? So if something is good, you're going to feel it somewhere. If something is bad, you're going to feel it somewhere. So, I mean, if you're holding on to it, it's going to be stuck there. So wherever you may be feeling at it right now, you can meditate on simply by imagining. First, you got to try your best to calm your mind down, and that's simply by not attaching to all the thoughts that it comes by. And then once you do that for a while, then you ask yourself where pain is or whatever, and then you close your eyes, and you know how you see lights kind of like light when you close your eyes, especially if you're looking into it, like if you know what I mean? Right now, the sun is showing nothing but like redness because the blood is in my eyes, and my eyelids, and all that good stuff. But no matter where you at, where you're supposed to be, if you close your eyes, you're going to see lights, though, even if you're in the dark. So, and these lights really are something. You got to use these lights to take it down. You got to find a light that you can feel. Make that light go down to where you feel that pain at. Let the light heal the pain. Let it turn that little dark spot or whatever, like brownish, grayish spot. Let that light consume it. Turn it into little dust particles and and then just eliminate it and delete it. And even me just doing that made me feel like I just released something and I just deleted some shit. I swear to God. That's why every time you come out of a meditation, look, I'm all speaking all fast because I'm so excited. And this is how I feel when you come, you know, when you come out of a meditation, you feel like you can conquer the world almost every single time. I mean, 99.9% of the time, you come out of a meditation feeling like you can conquer the world. Every time. So meditate. And I just taught you how to meditate. So I really want to elaborate on my North Node. I probably shouldn't, because, you know what I mean, once motherfuckers know where you were trying to go, then, I mean, they want to sabotage it. And that's if they hate it. And the only time the motherfuckers be hating is when they don't know themselves, or they can't get what you got or whatever like that. And that's cool. I mean, that's going to happen. And with me having the personality I have, is definitely have haters and shit that I don't even recognize, that I might even consider acquaintances. You know what I mean? But like, so it's like, I gotta be careful though, you know what I mean? That's all. And you all do. Once you find your motherfucking purpose, you be careful that nobody else is trying to interrupt that shit. That's all. It's not like me. It's like I'm just some perfect person. I'm not the only person with the birth number 33. You know what I mean? I'm not. Then there's people with the master number, like master number 33, should I say? So, but there's people with the master number of 22, which means master builder. And then there's people with the birth number 11, like Tupac. His birthday number was 11, and his master number, birth path number was 11, and he's the master dreamer. He's the master. He's the messenger. He was the messenger. Master messenger, master dreamer. And he had, and this is the amazing part, Tupac, his South Nome and North Nome, me and him had the same South and North Nome. So the older I get, the more discovery I do about myself. It makes me, because, you know what I mean, when I was 19, like I said, I had my little Pac 2 experience, and I keep saying little because I mean big. I had this whole epiphany about like how I'm pretty much the sequel to Tupac's legacy. You know what I mean? And then as I got older, I was like, yeah, you know, I was definitely in my young boy bag and idol bag, idolizing type of bag. But the more now I'm older and obviously logical and not too in the cloud.